Well, guys, it's a really spicy week in terms of Pokemon news. Now, yesterday I had that video about all the Fusion Strike hits that were attempted to be sold. They were stolen cards, and we got more information after Rattle was able to do his video. Basically, there's an LCS called the Trading Card World, which as soon as they saw that they were stolen, or that they thought they were stolen or fakes, they called Pokemon Company, and the Pokemon Company actually picked them up. Now, on Rattle's video, he says they were destroyed. He says they weren't hits from your box. He didn't give any information on where he gets this information. Even the Trading Card World, they didn't mention anything about where. They just mentioned the Pokemon took the hits. Now, that happens, you know. The stuff happens in the Pokemon world, but what's surprising is that another photo surfaced, and this one was Evolving Skies from the Evolving Skies release date. And look at what's in there. Umbreons, Rayquazas, and if you look at the very top corner, you could actually see Rainbow Rayquazas. So this is not the first time that these amazing hits have taken legs and left Pokemon. And the question is, well, how often does this happen? Is Pokemon going to be responding to it? I mean, people are mostly mad because of how long this secret was kept. People had opened Fusion Strike. I mean, Fusion Strike has a reputation of being a hard hit. So whether the reputation is because there's so many cards, or because there was some cards that got printed and didn't get included into the outgoing packs, we won't know. I mean, there's a statement that those had nothing to do with the hit rate of Fusion Strike. Well, if that nothing to do with the hit rate of Fusion Strike, well, what about the Canadian Airbox? I know Rattle mentioned this as well. We actually opened one. We acquired one from Doze Cards in Toronto when we identified that, wow, there are booster boxes of Fusion Strike that have almost every pack had Rainbow Trainer or Alt Art. And you can see our video where we opened a booster box live on stream, every single pack, and you can see we hit multiple Alt Arts in Fusion Strike booster box, multiple Rainbows, multiple Trainers. So it happens. Mistakes happen at the factory. Well, is it possible that mistakes happen in the other direction? Probably. And I think I was watching the physician, Dr. Applesauce, talk about more information about, at that time, a print of Fusion Strike was just horrible. No hits whatsoever. And people have always, got these weird air packs where it was a black bordered cold card and there was no hits. Well, I think it's time for Pokemon to acknowledge it. And you can see from people on Twitter now, 14.1 plus people, million plus people, have seen this Fusion Strike table of cards, have seen these Evolving Skies, just multiple hits. And I think people are going to be pissed. People are pissed. People are salty, which makes sense. I mean, even if Pokemon, we reprinted all these Alt Arts because there was a missing gap. Do you know, I mean, if you've worked in any type of factory setting, things are really fine-tuned. And do you think they stopped production until they were able to go back and reprint all those ultra rares? Or did they just meet their dates? Or did they just keep packing things in packs? What do you think happened? Comment down below. We'll never know. Pokemon will never tell us. But I think that's part of the problem. The secrets. When stuff like this happens, wouldn't it be better if they told us? Wouldn't it be better if Pokemon International, not Pokemon Japan, but Pokemon International, North America, all of the cards that are printed in the United States, wouldn't it be better if we had higher quality control? Isn't it about time that there's a focus put on making these cards just as pristine, as beautiful as the Japanese? Cardstock is one thing, you can feel the difference, but the fact is, you're opening a Scarlet and Violet pack, and you're coming across a card, and sometimes it's an ultra rare, sometimes it's an alt art, where it has factory damage. Even Rattle has had to send away a Charizard V alt art because it was run over by a forklift or something. Look at this card. Pack Fresh, Scarlet and Violet, Clauncher, Reverse Holo. Not a big hit, but out of the pack, it had this giant dent. And a customer sent this in to us and like, look at this dent. I mean, it's cool. I have no idea what would make that very specific dent. It's not like a, it's not like a crimped card, but nonetheless, that's happening at factories, and Pokemon doesn't care, or they're not. Maybe that's why they bought Millennium Permapro, is to try to firm things up. But so far, I mean, are there ultra rares being snuck off the factory floor in the factories for Scarlet and Violet? Are we going to keep seeing this? Like we have now known it's happening in Sword and Shield? What do you guys think? Looking forward to hearing all about it.